What's up everybody? Maxwell Ventura, realtor here in downtown San Diego with Douglas Elliman. Today, we're talking about something that's not very well understood. However, it may be more common than you think, and that is cloud condos. So we're gonna get into exactly what they are, what are the pros and cons, and how prevalent are they, and where to look for them here in San Diego. Coming right up. Okay, so what are cloud condos? Well, first of all, they can be attached or detached. And essentially, your property is enveloped in, let's just say, a cube that goes up approximately 50 feet above the structure into the clouds, hence the name. Now, so the biggest differentiator with a cloud condominium is that there is no HOA, there's no homeowners association. Why is that? How can you have a cloud condo association but with no HOA? You can have no HOA, there doesn't need to be one, when there is no common areas. So things like pools, spas, parks, tennis courts, hallways, lounges, fitness centers, etc. If there's no common areas, there does not have to be an HOA. So along with that, you do have your CC&Rs, just like a normal condominium association would have. Your CC&Rs are your covenants, conditions, and restrictions, which are made up of the articles of incorporation and the bylaws, which are essentially the rules. So what are some of the pros? Well, since there is no HOA, you guessed it, and really the big one is that there is no HOA dues. So I mean, that could save you anywhere from a few extra $100 a month to over $1,000 a month just not having any dues. Next is you're going to have more control. With no HOA, you're going to avoid some of the politics that you sometimes get in some of these associations. So you'll get more control over your own property. And then last is there should be less maintenance and less expenses. Most of these cloud condos, whether they're attached or detached, will have little to no of your own landscaping and just less of the property itself. They're generally built in higher dense, more metro urban environments. So what are some of the downsides of cloud condos? The first one is because there is no HOA, there's no enforcement. That means that if you have an unruly neighbor or someone in your community that is not adhering to the CC&Rs, you have to work that out amongst yourselves, or the worst case scenario is you may have to go to court. And the maintenance thing is kind of a two-way street, whereas it may be a pro because you have less maintenance than you would on a single family residence. However, you're gonna have a lot more than like your standard condo because you are responsible for the exterior, your own roof, your own landscaping, if you have any, etc., the infrastructure. So there's a lot more to take on versus just your standard kind of more commonplace condo where you're just responsible for the interior wall space. So cloud condos can be a great alternative to your standard condo, townhome, or even a single family residence. It's gonna kind of have that townhome vibe to it, but again, there is no HOA. So you're going to be able to do much better on your mortgage payment. And again, they're going to be in metro areas in San Diego, predominantly North Park, South Park, Hillcrest, Bankers Hill. There's a whole bunch. And if you really want to treat, go and research the renowned architect Bruce Dammann, who was born all the way back in 1939 in Chicago and eventually made his way to San Diego. But he's done over 40 of these projects, these infill urban development projects all throughout San Diego Metro, and the architecture and some of his designs are really fascinating. So I'll flash some of them across the screen so you can see, but go check him out. And then if you have any questions in the meantime about cloud condos and where to find them, feel free to reach out, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.